What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. Big up to each and every one of you for tuning in on this fine Wednesday afternoon in the UK. We do have sunshine right now. It makes the place feel a little bit better, I can't lie. You know, it's not quite the heat wave, but hey, it'll do, people. It definitely uplifts the people. Big up to each and every one of you for tuning in today. Thank you very much for your support as always. Smash a like. Subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, link in the description below, and all of that good stuff, people. We should have a good show today, a few bits and bobs, short and sharp today, and we get out of here, man. I remember when I used to go training, when the coach used to say short and sharp today, you was happy. Quick 45 minutes an hour, get out of here. Big up to all of the C unit. Big up to you all for tuning in as always. Hey, lateness is greatness, Omar, man. Lateness is greatness. Penalty spot. Big up Curtis in the community. Vieira and Petit legends. Yeah, man. Twitch will start next week. Definitely. 100%. I said before the international break finishes, I am figuring it all out now, people. Big up to Zach, who said, big up Curtly. I hope you're well. Big up Khalid. Big up to Daniel. Nice and sunny in the UK, man. Definitely improves the mood. I definitely think as I get a little bit older, I need to live somewhere that is sunny all year round, man. I'm not built for this cold, rainy weather, man. I can't lie. I said, big up Curtis going to Amsterdam later. I'll be scoring on behalf of Lacquer. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big, big trouble. But you'll definitely have more goals than Lacazette by time you get back from Amsterdam. That's for damn sure. But big up to you, bro. Jacob, day 5 of the international break. I've started watching the MLS. I'm in pain already, people. I've had enough of the international break. Daily Darwin. Yeah, we'll be doing Daily Darwin today, people. And talking about Darwin Nunez, as you can see in the title. And big up to Tennille. Kai said them two was a bit before my time, Curtis. Big up. How good was they? You know what? Let me school some of the people. Let me go into Granit Xhaka mode, first of all. Listen, today, I don't know if you've watched anyone else's streams today. If other people have been live, but YouTube is all over the place today. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if it's going to let me go into Granit Xhaka mode. I think it is. It's working. But yeah, problems on YouTube today. I don't know if it's a problem with StreamYard or a YouTube problem, but a lot of people having issues on stream. There we go. Yeah, we're in Granit Xhaka mode, people. So get your comments in. We'll get through your comments. And a few bits and bobs to talk about. Big up to you all. And let's start off with one of the guys on this picture. I do things for a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason that we're going with this green screen today, and it's a certain Patrick Vieira. And Patrick Vieira has made it into the Premier League Hall of Fame, people. Patrick Vieira. He joins two other Arsenal players, a certain Thierry Henry, Vavavoom, and a certain Dennis the Menace Bergkamp. Those two were already in there. Patrick Vieira joins those two in the Premier League Hall of Fame. Listen, you know, as Arsenal fans, you know, we have to kind of grab onto that history. As I say, History Channel settings, because that's what we're good at right now. Who can forget Patrick Vieira? You know, for some reason, he always put Vicks on his shirt. Helped him breathe, apparently, better. But for me, and Kai was asking there how good these two were on my background here with Petit and Vieira. I've said many times, for me, Patrick Vieira is the best midfielder that I've ever seen play for Arsenal. And don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan of Cesc Fabregas as a ball-playing centre mid. But for me, Vieira is the best midfielder I've ever seen. I have absolutely no idea why he doesn't have a statue, because he did as much as the likes of Bergkamp and those guys did. So I don't know how he hasn't got a statue. I would even go as far as to say he's probably my favourite captain that I've ever seen at Arsenal. And I know a lot of you, some of you are a bit older than me, would probably say Tony Adams, and I totally respect and understand that. But I loved Vieira for so many different reasons. He was just unbelievable at Arsenal. And, you know, we paid a couple of £1 million for him. It was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So, yeah, Vieira makes it into the Hall of Fame. And he's never been replaced. He's just never been replaced at Arsenal. Anthony said Vieira was the complete centre mid. Sal, who's a Liverpool fan, said Vieira was levels. Abby said Roy Keane agrees. I mean, they had great battles, man. The last great captain at Arsenal, I would agree. SFT said Tony was a better captain. I can imagine a lot of people would say that. Just for me, I'm just such a big fan of P. Vieira. Dre said YouTube being dodgy today. Fran's stream blanked out as well. Do you know what? I couldn't even see his stream online today. I didn't even see it. I checked about half an hour before he usually goes online. He must have threw it out late, maybe. But yeah, it's been ramping today. Sometimes it's saying there's no people watching, and then now it's just gone back up. So I don't know, but we just talk anyway. But yeah, Vieira people. I'm a few years older than you, Big C, and you're right. Adams just pips Pat for our best captain, and I respect it. I can understand it. You know, he came at a time, you know, when George Graham, he was a young player, grew into that captain's role. So I do understand it. Who do you think the next Arsenal Hall of Famer after Vieira? Who do we get in there next? I mean, we've got Henry. We've got Bergkamp, we've got Vieira. I think Tony Adams would probably get in there. One of the best centre-backs in the Prem. I would expect maybe... Could Perez get in there as well? I think Bobby Perez could get in there. Maybe Ian Wright as well. I suppose they would be the next three. Ashley Cole. Although Ashley Cole's would be part Chelsea, part Arsenal. So they would be the ones. David Seaman as well, possibly, yeah. I think, yeah, they're the ones. I don't think anybody else. Must be Eddie, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one, my friend. Yeah, but Patrick Vieira, what a player. There's one downer on Patrick Vieira's whole Arsenal career for me. Just one. And that is giving the ball to Ryan Giggs in the FA Cup semi-final. That is the only downer that I can put on this guy's career. Saying that, you know, Giggs should have been fouled about 4 times in the run-up, even when he gave the ball away. But hey, here's what it is. Vieira deserves a statue. Maybe the Juventus move has annoyed the Arsenal hierarchy. It's crazy. It doesn't matter to me. Get the statue. Vieira, whoa, Vieira. He comes from Senegal. He plays for Arsenal. Vieira, what a player. The man, people don't understand. This man, obviously those of you who've seen him, but he was a colossus in midfield. 6'3", 6'4", built like a brick. Could play, could tackle, won headers, could fight, had good feet, scored the odd banger. How much would he be worth in the modern game? I mean, I think the most expensive centre midfielder is Pogba, 90 million. I mean, 150 million for Vieira. The captain, oh man, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Let me get out of here. Like I said, people, apologies if anybody's having trouble watching the stream. YouTube is down today. I was actually going to cancel the stream altogether, but we managed to get it out. And but I know a lot of people are having problems, so apologies. I see some of you saying that you've had issues and stuff, but we're gonna fight our way through. But Patrick Vieira, people, in the Premier League Hall of Fame, and Arsenal, get that statue outside the Emirates, man, because this guy is a monster. What a player. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if one day we saw him become the Arsenal manager, because he's doing a great job at Crystal Palace, in my opinion. I think Palace are playing better football than I've seen in years from them. You know, Roy Hodgson did a good job. He kept them up. But I think they were just pure counter-attack. I think now Palace are starting to play good football. So I think Vieira would be in with a shout at the Arsenal job in the future. Shaquille said Sterling, Leon Bailey and Prince Harry in Jamaica yesterday, balling in Trenchtown. It's moments like that that make me a proud yard man. I saw that, man. I saw that. And you could see the pandemonium around Raheem Sterling, man. And I think it's great that he's gone back. I mean, apparently Jamaica are looking to become independent. Which I think they should do, and kind of drop the Queen and any involvement from the Queen of England and all that sort of stuff. You wonder in the future if if players of Jamaican descent and, you know, whatever descent, if they're going to get to a point where, what could Sterling have done if he would have played for Jamaica? Imagine if Sterling, Daniel Sturridge, You know, all these kinds of players are with Jamaican backgrounds. If they'd chosen and said, listen, we're going to play for Jamaica. That's it. Apologies. They want to become a republic, not independent. Yeah, my bad. And I know that was a conversation that happened when Sancho and Rashford and Saka missed the penalty, that they said, you know, maybe we're at a time now where people have to stop playing for England. And I don't want to seem like I'm encouraging that, but I think there is a time where big players have to say, you know what, I'm going to play where I'm celebrated rather than tolerated. And I feel like at times Sterling has been tolerated in the English national team. He's good when he's doing well. When he does bad, he's kind of vilified. So I think sometimes some of these guys, you know, maybe have to look at playing elsewhere. But hey, that's a conversation for another day. Let's be totally honest. I've said my YouTube is still waiting for Curtis Shaw TV. People, I don't know what's going off today with YouTube. Apologies if some people are messaging me saying I'm late, even though I was pretty much on time, but I don't know what's going off. All I can do is apologize, people. Wolves FI said YouTube has huge problems showing streams. Live section shows viewer numbers. Example, 7 in when over 500. People, honestly, it's not my stream. It's a YouTube stream issue today. Like William's saying, restart, but it's genuinely a YouTube problem. So apologies, but we're gonna grind our way through. If you're in, you're in. It's like when the party, you know, the doors lock. If you're in, you're in. Enjoy yourself. If you didn't get in, then boy, what can we say, people? What can we say? But we move. Such a great player, Curtis. The media is possibly the worst thing about this country. I think he handles it well. What a legend. Yeah, listen, it was great for me to see Sterling in Jamaica and all that kind of stuff. So, but we move. Yeah, if you're in, man, go to the bar, get a drink, you know, and enjoy yourself. The music's running, people. But if you didn't get in, you know, you may have to go elsewhere. It is what it is, people. VIP section's open for everyone who's in here. It does say we got 976 people in here, so... yeah, maybe so. Yeah, you got the right trainers on, man. You can get in here. But hey, we move, people. I just want to quickly touch on something a little bit more serious before I get into the stream. I thought I'd speak about this early on. I like to try and uplift the people, but we still have to speak on real life topics on this channel as well. It's something I like to talk about. And Paul Pogba has come out with an interview while in France on international duty. And he's spoken about how he's had depression in his career. He said, I've had depression in my career, but we don't talk about it. Sometimes you don't know who you are. You just want to isolate yourself. Be alone. These are unmistakable times. And... yeah, you lot are cracking me up in the comments. Man said, no dress code, fake ID. Can I bring a girl in with me? But listen, on the Pogba situation... I think it's very important that people listen to people when they speak like this, because sometimes it's very easy as a football fan to just say, oh, you're rich, you're famous, you're a celebrity, you're a top footballer. It shouldn't bother you. Get on with it. That's the attitude a lot of the time with celebrities and footballers and things like that, you know. But when we're not in their financial situation, we kind of think that money is the answer for everything. But these people suffer as well. And listen, exterior and interior are very different things. From the outside, Pogba is this flashy character, constantly different hairstyles, you know, flashy clothes, big cars, but it doesn't always mean that people are happy within their life. He spoke about the amount of abuse he gets online. He spoke about how the media at times have criticised him, and he feels that that has encouraged people to further criticise him, which is why I have no respect for people like, you know, Graham Souness, when he's criticising him about, oh, he's dancing online and stuff. You know, that's got nothing to do with it for me. Criticise his football performance and that's it. The man's a religious man. He's a family man. He's married. He actually carries himself, in my opinion, in a very professional manner. Yeah, we can question some of the performances. That is fine, in my opinion. Omar said, Big C, if I was a footballer, I wouldn't open up on depression. The comments I saw under that post, if I made money, he makes, I would be, yeah, and that, but that's the general feeling, people. That's the general feeling. Oh, he's rich, so why should he be depressed? Listen, it doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, wherever you're from in the world, these things can affect everyone. And you know what? I've had a lot of messages during earlier in the lockdown, especially where people were saying, you know, they felt down and the channel has helped them, you know, the banter and the discussion and the community feeling. And, you know, those comments mean a lot when people have said that. So, listen, I always say to people on here, we want to build a strong community. For me, it's more than football. You know, I always tell people if you achieve something good or whatever, throw it in the comments. We want to celebrate people's achievements. But I think it's very important to discuss this. And like someone said, more money, more problems, man. You know, that guy's house was robbed a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, I don't think he'll be a Manchester United player next season. That is for sure. In fact, there's a story on Sky right now saying that he's had offers from Juventus, Real Madrid, PSG, and 2 unnamed clubs in the Premier League have made offers for him as well. One of them they think could possibly be Newcastle. So, hey, we move on, people. We move on. But I thought it was important that we speak about that. It's a serious topic. It's part of football. It's part of life, you know. Wolves said Graham Souness is frustrated. He knows that everyone knows he was a disastrous manager. I think a lot of it is jealousy, I've got to be honest, because a lot of these guys played football during a time when the money wasn't that big. And Souness probably looks at Pogba and thinks, oh, look at the money he's on, 300-400 grand a week. He's a multi-millionaire. A lot of these guys didn't make 1/10 for that. So I think a lot of it is jealousy, I've got to be honest. Just got a promotion, said Jacob, celebrating by tuning into a Kirtley stream. Big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself. Well done on that. Glad you could even get into the stream because a lot of people are struggling today. But yeah, big up to you. Well done, Jacob. Maitreya said he has severe mental health problems with bipolar. Your channel has really helped me look forward to things. There you go, man. There you go. Happy to help. Hope you're feeling well. And, you know, this is the whole point, people. I always say, you know, in the word community is the word unity. Unity means togetherness. Togetherness is how, in my opinion, you can achieve greatness. You know, when you see Messi and Ronaldo on the TV, we only see them. What we don't see is the parents that probably sacrificed, the brothers that probably didn't get the attention, and sisters because Ronaldo and Messi were top dogs, the chef that makes the food, the nanny that looks after the kids, you know, the personal trainer. It takes a whole group to push one individual forward. And that's why I always say, this channel for me is a community. Without all of you and your support, this channel goes nowhere. So, you know, there's my little, you know, conversation today. I know we're going way off topic here, but it's important to talk about these things, you know, it really is. Anand said, keep up the good work, Curtis. Smash the like button. Big up to everyone who's in here, if you have been able to get in here anyway. Chris Lewis said, this channel has helped me get through lockdown. Big up yourself, bro. Big up to you, Chris. Hope you're well. Of course, yeah, 100%. It takes a community, Dre. You know how it goes. Shibe said, yeah, we good, bro. Curtly let me in. Hey, man, I'm not on the door tonight, people. I'm not on the door. So, you know, I can't dictate who gets in. YouTube's ramping today, man. I don't get it. Earl said, big up, Big C. Yeah, man, I got a job offer in London today. Might bump into... Hey, come on, bro. Big up yourself, man. Make sure they're paying you correctly as well. Big up Guna Colt. Curtis, you're a class act. We need more humanity and community in the world. 100%. 100%. Big up to each and every one of you people. What's happened? People saying condolences to Tehran. I didn't see his comment. Let me go back. I just want to see that because I know he's... Oh, there we go. Tehran said his mum passed away. This show definitely helped, bro. Condolences to you and the family, man. Never knew. And listen, I appreciate your support. You're here nearly every day. You're commenting, you know, all of that. So listen, thoughts are with you and the fam. Appreciate the support and happy that it's managed to help you through in some sort of way, bro. Big up to you. Right, there we go. Let's move on with the football stuff, people. I don't want to go off topic too much, but you know, we have to discuss certain things and speak on certain things. But let's talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about Arsenal. Striker hunt, people. The striker hunt continues. Today is Daily Darwin Nunez, people. And It's the latest one. They're now saying he's the new number one target. Yesterday it was Victor Osimhen. The day before it was Calvert-Lewin. I mean, it changes every day. It gets to a point where some days I'm like, do you know what? Do I just ignore this story? I don't know whether I should even discuss this or not, because one thing I don't want to do is appear clickbaity with the titles. But at the same time, I remember when I always say, I remember when I was doing the story on Pepe, people were like, why are you talking about Pepe when Ornstein said we couldn't get him? He was holding up an Arsenal shirt 5 days later. So you cover it just in case it happens, kind of thing. But the story, according to Ryan Taylor, who writes for The Express and is a reasonable writer, to be honest, when it comes to transfer news, has said Mikel Arteta and Edu plan to spend big on a new marquee number 9 for this summer. Arteta wants a dynamic forward capable of playing with his back to goal, but also capable of getting in behind defences at the tip of his 4-3-3 system. So Darwin Nunez, a lot of you have spoken about him in the comments. A lot of you have said, listen, you've been watching him and you think he's somebody we should look at. Now, I've done a bit of investigating. I've watched him a few times in the Champions League. And I think that this is one that we will definitely be looking at. And also, Fabrizio Romano confirmed it on his Twitch channel that Arsenal actually inquired about him in January. West Ham also made an offer for him to try and sign him, but apparently Benfica said, listen, they wouldn't allow him to go until the end of the season. Now, Darwin Nunez, people. Darwin Nunez. One thing that makes this deal very straightforward for Arsenal, in my opinion. Darwin Nunez earns £31,000 a week. £31,000 a week. Absolute baby food for Arsenal when it comes to wages. They can quite easily double that, treble that, quadruple it, and it would still be light work for Arsenal. 31 grand a week. Easy dubs for Arsenal if they want to drop the money on him. He's also spoken before about how he would like to play in one of Europe's top divisions. It didn't specifically say the Prem, but said one of the top divisions. He's 22 years of age. He's having a very, very good season. 20 league goals in 22 league games and 4 goals in 8 Champions League games. He scored against Barcelona. He scored the winning goal against Ajax. And he's having a very good season. Now, anybody that's watched a little bit more of him, throw it in the comments. Because I can't really say for certain how much of this guy I've seen. I've probably seen him play 3 or 4 live games and a bunch of highlights, But highlights, listen, they make us all look good at the end of the day. I looked at all his goals before I came on stream today. It's very difficult to tell because sometimes in these leagues, the defending is shambolic. And, but he's very much, for me, why I think Arsenal will definitely be looking at him. You've got to understand that we went for Vlahovic in January. And I think he is in a similar mould to Vlahovic in that he's 6 foot plus. Apparently here he's 6'2", it says. He seems to be able to shoot with both feet. Good with his back to goal. Can also run in behind. I'm not sure how quick he is. I'm not sure how quick he is, if I'm being honest. He doesn't look lightning quick. But for a big guy, he looks reasonably quick. So anybody that's seen enough of him, and you feel you've got a decent opinion of him, chuck it in the comments. Let us know, how good do you think he is? Apparently, they want around £60 million for him. £60 million. He's a big asset for them. He's a Uruguayan international. He's believed to be the new Uruguayan like big striker who's going to eventually replace Cavani. They've compared him to Cavani rather than Luis Suarez. So let's see. If we was on Twitch right now, we could watch his highlights. Don't worry, next week, man. Next week we'll step up the Twitch game, man. That's a shame, innit? Box Clip says 60 million's too much. Shibe said, this is the one. Feet good, headers good. He's going to be better than Lacquer and Eddie. Fluffy, yeah, listen, if we get him, Would you be happy with it? Daily Darwin says Lewis. Elliot said my 2 striker choices would be Nunez and Schick. He is a hungry South American striker. Would be a shrewd move. Darren Eastman, the Portuguese league has produced loads of talents over the years. It's the gateway league for South Americans. I hear you on that. I do hear you on that. Get Darwin to the carpet. Red Luddite said more like Charles Darwin. Don Arsenal said he's better all round than Vlahovic. That is big praise. That I got to be honest, that is big praise. The story also goes on to say, let me just get this second part of it, that Alexander Isak, Jonathan David and Calvert-Lewin were names of interest. Arsenal are now also monitoring other targets, including Darwin Nunez, Victor Osimhen and Armando Broja, or as I call him, Rice Pudding Ambrosia Settings. Background talks with the agent of Nunez have already taken place. Now, I've read this whole article. For me, I don't think Alexander Isak is the one. He's having a poor season. Sociedad want the release clause, 75 million. There's no way I'm paying 75 million for a guy that's got 4 goals in La Liga this season. Yeah, Aubameyang's got 9 in 10 games. So I ain't buying Isak for 75 million. Jonathan David, I don't think Arsenal will go for him as their top target because I don't think he's as good with his back to goal as some of these other options. And I think Arteta wants a combination of kind of Aubameyang and Lacazette. Somebody that can run in behind, somebody that can play with their back to goal. I think he wants a bit of a physical presence if you look at Vlahovic, who we went for. Patrick Schick would also fall into that category, although his name's not here. Osimhen, for me, I don't think Arsenal will get him because the Napoli chairman is a nightmare to work with. And he would want probably that 84 million that he's asking for. I don't think Arsenal will drop 84 million on Osimhen. Napoli would probably want most of it up front. Although I do like Osimhen, I would take him. I think this Darwin Nunez deal ticks so many boxes for Arsenal. He's within the age category that Arsenal seem to want to buy players. He's scoring goals. He's South American. He's strong. He's physical. Can score goals with both feet. Holds up the ball. Scores a lot of headers. He's 6'2". I think he would be... You wouldn't have to pay all the money up front to Benfica. And I just think this deal would tick boxes for Arsenal. And it also says that Edu is a big fan of him. Maybe the South American connection. And I could see Arsenal looking at this one. I really could. Adam said his name is Eric. He looks like a 10. He's our 10 hog. You man enjoy top 4 this year because it's long for the league next season. Adams, relax yourself, man. Relax. Make sure you're back here next season when you've hired Poch and you're 6th in the league. But hey, listen, I get it. Man United fans are gassed. 10 hogs had talks, but doesn't mean you're going to hire him. I appreciate the super chat though, bro. And listen, Ten Hag won't turn that club around overnight. Trust me, it'll take time. He's got a very different philosophy from what you've had before. You're going to have to get rid of quite a few players. But I like the banter. I love the banter. Sal said Ivan Toney is the one. I'd take him at Liverpool. Interesting. I know Fran's a big fan of Ivan Toney as well. Gunnar Colt, this seems like a deal we could do before the season is done. Imagine Arsenal doing proper big club things like that. The only reason I would say you might not get that deal done before the end of the season is that he might say, I'll come to Arsenal if you get Champions League. And in that case, you can't get that deal done. You know, I think a lot of players, especially the bigger names, will say, I want to see what competition you're in before I commit. Graham said, Curtis, I think this will shift on a daily basis. I'm sure we'll have been talking to Osimhen, Schick, Nunez, David, Martinez, Dybala. Each day, one of these will be flavour of the month. Listen, Arsenal will have to put different plans in place depending on what competition we're in. Because some of these guys won't come to us if we're not in the Champions League. Some of them will. So you have to talk to probably all of them and figure out which one works best. So listen, apologies if I'm consistently doing shows, you know, Nunez top target. The next day I'll probably be saying Lautaro Martinez talks. You know, clearly the press don't know what direction we're going in at the moment, but for sure we're talking to a lot of these agents. Big up Buenos Aires. Gunnar said, bless up, bro. Amo said, Ten Hag's defense game is worse than Oli and Ranić. I think you have to be very careful when you're hiring a manager who hasn't really had success in one of the major leagues in Europe yet before you start hyping him too much. Listen, I'm not going to cap. I do think Ten Hag, what I've seen so far, looks a very good manager. But we have seen managers come from those leagues, come here and struggle. So I don't think Man United fans should be singing from the rooftops yet. There's a long way to go. But I can understand the optimism, that I think they feel like he would move them in the right direction, Big up Saeed. I don't know if is that Saeed's, is that his actual channel? I'm sure he's got a different logo from that. Let me see if he changed his logo, because I'm almost certain that isn't his logo on his channel. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the real Saeed or not, but it could be. They said the same about Ranić. Yeah, exactly, and we all know how that went. Falelu said Granit Xhaka versus England on Saturday. Listen, bro, I will not be watching that, let me tell you, unless I'm very, very bored. Watching England friendlies, mate, I'm not interested. I'll probably watch Jamaica against Canada, actually. I'll watch Jamaica against Canada and try and get a closer look at Jonathan David. I might even stream that, actually. Let's not forget, Nunez is playing in the Champions League. We need players who've got Champions League experience if we're going to get far apart from Partey. I hear you on that. He's got 4 goals in 8 games, scored against Barca as well. Ten Hag doesn't learn from his mistakes and lacks a plan B at times. Bringing on a player deep into added time when you're when you're a goal down, for instance. Yeah. Everyone was excited about Conte. How is that working out? I mean, you know what? I'm not going to throw shade on Conte yet, because we're going to have a fight with them for 4th. Let's be honest. I got to be totally honest. Jamaica v Canada, man. Big game, although Canada are flying at the moment. Right, let's move on anyway, people. Let's move on. Let's talk about William Saliba. He's done an interview. He's away with the French national team at the moment. Saw a video of him being embraced by his manager, Didier Deschamps. They look delighted to have him there. I know he was only called up, actually, because Pavard was taken out of the squad through injury. But an unbelievable achievement for a guy that, let's be honest, a year ago, he was playing for Arsenal under 23s, couldn't even get in the Europa League squad. Now he's in the French national team, and you have to compliment him. The guy's been through a heck of a lot off the pitch, and his club's, his career's moving in the right direction. I think that's a qualifier, Jamaica against Canada. Belair said, Big C, I tracked down some Vimto in the US yesterday, inspired by you. Pretty tasty. I don't drink the fizzy version, though. I can't lie. There is 2 versions. I drink the still version. But, hey, man, that's it's a classic drink in the UK. I can't lie. But this interview with Saliba, as Zach said, I don't like what I'm reading. I can't lie. Now, I'm not going to panic. William Saliba has said, people, he said, I've never hidden that I feel good here. He's talking about Marseille, by the way. He said, I think discussions will take place afterwards at the end of May to early June between Arsenal and Marseille. He says, we will decide at that point. Staying on here would definitely not be a bad idea, but it doesn't depend on me. I mean, that's worrying for me, because if I'm Mikel Arteta and I'm seeing him have this sort of season that he's having, I'm in constant, regular communication with Saliba. I'm saying, bro, keep doing what you're doing. Love the fact you're playing so well for Marseille. Love the fact you're in the French squad. But you're back here next season. I want you here. I want you to be in this squad. I want you to fight to get into that team. Hopefully we're in the Champions League. I would bet that the conversations have been absolutely minimal between him and William Saliba. I've said it all along, and I'm sorry. I know Arsenal fans don't want to hear it. I do not think he will be at Arsenal next season. I honestly don't. I think if Marseille have got money, they will make an offer for him, and I think he would go to Arteta and say, I want to stay here. Because everything's going great for him. If you're Saliba, why would you actually want to come back to Arsenal? Marseille are second in the league at the moment. He's playing every week. They're in Europe. They'll probably be in the Champions League next year. Their fans adore him. He's being linked with Real Madrid. Him and Guendouzi are close friends. He's in the French squad. I don't see any reason why William Saliba would say, do you know what? I really want to go back to Arsenal. Because if he goes back to Arsenal, let's face it, he's going to struggle to get in the team. Because if Gabriel and Ben White get us in the top 4, I'm not sure how he gets in the Arsenal team. Now, some people say, listen, in the comments, you don't know what's going to happen. And you don't. Listen, he might have a conversation with Arteta and he's back at Arsenal. Simple as that. Nothing to panic about. I'm just saying from the outside, I haven't heard anything that's made me look at it and say he will be back at Arsenal next year. All I've heard from Arteta is we're going to have a conversation in the summer. He's on a contract at Arsenal, so surely Arteta could have come out and said, yeah, Saliba will be back at Arsenal next year. We want him here. He's contracted. He won't go to Marseille. Now, Elliot's saying transfer ban, but it hasn't been put in place yet. There's conversations that they could be banned from buying players, which would help us, of course, but it's in our hands, so it shouldn't even need a transfer ban to stop it from happening. Fitz said, yet another screw-up by Arteta on the horizon. I mean, you can't let this guy go, surely. He's probably one of the best young centre-backs in Europe. He's in the French squad. I can see this guy being worth a fortune in the future. Thoughts on Ten Hag going to United? Listen, you know what? I'm not panicking about that. I'm not even panicking. Listen, whoever goes into Manchester United, you've got a job on your hands. You've got a lot of quality individual players there, but you've got a job on your hands. I think Pogba walks this summer on a free. You've got Harry Maguire. Unless you play on the edge of your own penalty area, you've got to get him out of your team. Because if you're trying to play a high line, you can't have Harry Maguire in it. I think Luke Shaw's been bang average this season. Wan-Bissaka, I think, is dreadful. They need one, maybe two centre mids because McFred ain't going to win you anything. Ronaldo, you know, listen, they got a lot of issues. Greenwood, Rashford, Martial, Lingard's going to go. It's a bigger job than I think people think at Manchester United. However, it is a job that if you get the right signings, you get rid of the right players, you know, there could be success on the horizon. It depends. It really does. But listen, I think it will take Man United a while. I really do. I think it will take at least a year, 2 years before they get back. Main Anon said Guendouzi's better than Lokonga. Yeah, all day long he is better than him, you know. Faye said, Curtis, we are coming for you if we get Ten Hag. Hey, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you, but it takes time. I tell you that from experience, my friend, as a Arteta being the Arsenal manager. We're in our third year now of Arteta, and we're only just starting to see some of the fruits of our labour. Let me tell you, the last 2 seasons have been dark and miserable, apart from an FA Cup win, I tell you. So you may have to go through some serious struggle before you see that success, let me tell you. CT said, another great video, Curtis. Big up C-Unit. Hey, big up to the community as always, man. Latte, big up, bro. Arteta don't want him. He got White and Trusty. Trusty surely will play under 23s. Surely he's not ready. He's not even an American international. That would frustrate me if Saliba went and Trusty was playing for Arsenal. Gunnar Colt, our only saving grace is if we have 2 + 1 years with his contract, I believe, so we can force him to stay. That's our only hope, you know. Penalty Spot said, is Man United still a big enough draw if they are not in the Champions League next season? Will be interesting to see what calibre of player they can attract. In all fairness, I think they signed Pogba when they were out of the Champions League. Man United can offer you the bag. And the bag counts in football nowadays, man. And their bag is big. You know, I'm not even going to lie. Their bag is big. They can offer you big, big money. In fact, yesterday we was looking at Arsenal's wage bill. For anybody that obviously wasn't tuned in yesterday, I'll quickly get it up. And a lot of people were asking for the Manchester United one. I managed to hunt it down. Now, we were looking yesterday, obviously, Bukayo Saka. A lot of people couldn't believe that Saka, you know, second lowest earner in Arsenal's first team, which was unbelievable. Granit Xhaka said in the chat, Inside info, I'm playing centre-back next season instead of Saliba. But I was looking at these top earners. For example, for me, Granit Xhaka could possibly leave in the summer. I think Leno will leave. Pepe could leave and Lacazette should leave. So you're talking about, again, 4 of maybe the top 7 earners at the club at Arsenal could potentially be moved on in the summer, which would, drastically reduce the wage bill. When you scroll down to the bottom, I mean, unbelievable. Bukayo Saka, second lowest earner at the football club in the first team. Emile Smith-Rowe, third lowest. And Smith-Rowe just signed a new contract. I mean, as I said, if I'm Bukayo Saka, I'm not turning up for training on Monday knowing that Eddie Nketiah earns 15 grand a week more. And, Mohamed El Nene's on 22 grand a week more than Bukayo Saka. Which is why, obviously, Arsenal are offering him this 120 grand a week new contract. El Nene's another one as well that we need to shift. Cedric's doing well, getting 75 grand a week. That is for damn sure. But the wage bill has been reduced drastically. Another part of the reason why I think that they love Mikel Arteta so much, because he's got rid of your Ozils, your Aubameyangs, Kolasinac, Mustafis, who are all big earners. Nomad said Ten Hag may have United playing decent football. I think he will in time. I think he is a good manager. He does have a philosophy as well. Xhaka, Leno, Lacazette, Pepe can go for sure. Them brown envelopes, man, I'm telling you, are definitely knocking around. Granit, Lacazette, El Neni should go. Eddie for me as well. But the interesting thing about this, a lot of people are asking for the Manchester United one, which I did have somewhere. Right, there's the Manchester United one. No, that's the Arsenal one. There's the Manchester United one. When you look at their numbers compared to ours, people, compared to these Arsenal ones, I mean, let me zoom in and move on. I mean, look at the difference in what is going on here. Right, there we go. Zoom in on the top ones. Jadon Sancho and Christian. I mean, how on earth is Jadon Sancho picking up £350,000 a week? And trust me, I rate Jadon Sancho as a player. But whoever gave that deal to Sancho, oh my days. I mean, no wonder Manchester United have got problems. Some of these deals, Cavani, $250 a week. All right, you got him on a free. Luke Shaw, 150 grand a week. Fred, 120. Sancho should not be on anywhere near 350. And apparently he was on 70 grand a week. I mean, what the hell's going off there? They could have dropped 150 on him and said, relax yourself. They got, I mean, Pogba will go. Cavani will go. Martial, they'll probably try and shift. Maguire earns 190 grand a week. I mean, the fridge is on 190 grand a week. Unbelievable. Ronaldo, 480. I mean, he'll earn that in shirt sales pretty quick anyway. But it's crazy when you look at Arsenal's wage bill and then you look at United's. Our top earners on 200 grand a week. Thomas Partey. After that, Lacazette and a few others, Pepe, you quickly get down to 100 grand. I mean, United have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've got 8 players on 200 grand a week plus. Martial, 250k a week. I think Seville have already said that they can't sign Martial in the summer because of the wages. Unbelievable. Granit Xhaka said, that's it. I'm moving to United next season. Let's look at the bottom of their list, actually. Let's look who's at the bottom. Just see who the paupers are at the bottom. I mean, Scott McTominay, people. Scott McTominay, 20 bags a week. And to be fair, he does run through brick walls for United. He's not the best, McChicken sandwich. But, for 20 grand, he does a lot of running. Lingard, Mason Greenwood, although he's probably not getting paid right now. Brandon Williams, 65k. Henderson, 100k. Wan-Bissaka, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Matt E. Ross, man's laughing at him. Yo, 20k, bro. He must be fuming. Playing centre mid with Fred. Fred's getting 120. Big C, thought you were doing most overrated Premier League 11. Nah, what I was planning on doing was our best ever Emirates 11 and maybe our worst ever Emirates 11 as well. I'm gonna get them done. Don't worry, we are getting them done. Twanzebe settings, man. 50k a week. Luke Shaw, 150k though, is insane. Absolutely insane. And Cavani and Martial. But the Jadon Sancho one, 350k a week to Jadon Sancho is just ludicrous. And I ain't talking about the rapper. But we move, people, we move. Phil Jones, 75k. No wonder that guy don't want to leave. You know, man, he knows when he goes to Southampton, somewhere like that, on 30 grand a week, that's him done, mate. No more big cars. So he's just sitting it out until that contract runs out. Shorter show today, people. But you know what? We'll finish off with some comments. Let's get some comments in and we'll round up. Probably 40. Well, we're at 45 minutes now. Yeah, listen, I don't blame players. I don't blame players. I always say, listen, there's no loyalty in football. There really isn't. There's no loyalty. When you're not performing, clubs will kick you out straight away. They treat you like a piece of meat in football. So when players sit there and go, you know what? I'm not playing, but I'm on 75 grand a week and I got 2 years on my deal and I'm going to chill, play Carabao Cup games, couple FA Cup games, make 12 appearances this season, pick up my 75 bags a week. I respect it at the same time. I respect it. Now, I know the aim of football is to play football, but at the same time, I can't blame players for doing it sometimes because these clubs don't care about players when you're not performing. I can't lie, so I respect it. Phil Mitchell said, EastEnders tonight. Hey, more entertaining than this international break, I can't lie. Faye said, this is why we can't offload players. It was the same thing with Arsenal, you know. That's probably why we've had to pay most of these bums to leave because no one wants them. Bang average players. Power of the dollar, Kurt. It's not only 50's best work, but also football reality. Power of the dollar, man. That was real 50 Cent days, man. Some real Queensbridge stuff. I was just watching a Drink Champs before I came on here, actually. Havoc and Styles P. If you're into your hip-hop, man, watch that interview, man. Drink Champs, one of my favourite podcasts. 75k for a meme, I'm telling you. I remember Winston Bogarde staying at Chelsea for the bag, even though he was on the bench for 3 seasons. Winston Bogarde used to get, I think he used to get a helicopter, or was it a private jet? Might have been a private jet. He used to fly from Holland to London every day. He didn't want to move to England, and he used to fly in every day. He was on about 70 grand a week. They couldn't get rid of him. Wayne Bridge at Man City as well. 90 bags a week. The guy was playing golf. Arteta only wants strikers under 27 and has the personality of a bit of cabbage and no big person. Man said he's got the personality of a bit of cabbage, Arteta. Man, you said that, not me, but do I agree? Maybe. James said, watch Gilly the King podcast. Yeah, I saw his one with Dirk a couple of weeks ago. That was a good one as well. Gareth Bale, 700k a week, plays golf for about 3 years. Who can blame him, man? Who can blame him? Do it EastEnders watch along. It would be lively, that's for sure, mate. Phil Mitchell, he's walked into the Vic and he's punched someone. He's down. Clement said 4 of the top 7 highest earners on our team will be binned this summer. Lacazette, El Neni and Ketia. Pepe, Leno is also leaving. And Xhaka should leave. We'll have lots of wages to buy new players. Gilly and Wallow, yeah, they're good, man. I love Drink Champs, though. I find it a little bit funnier. I just think they're a bit more entertaining on Drink Champs, Nori and that. Kanye or Jay-Z? I got to go Jay-Z, man. I got to go Jay. I like Kanye, you know, but I do like Kanye's music. And he's a character, but I got to go Jay, man. I prefer Jay. What about Richard Wright at City? Did man ever play a match? He's doing the Scott Carson. Because these men have to have certain amounts of British players in their squad. So sometimes they'll go, you know what? Sign a 37-year-old goalkeeper who's English and we'll just put him on the bench every week and never play him. So then they can have more non-English-based players in the squad. Scott Carson, I think he's made 2 appearances in 5 years for Man City. And they give him a contract every year because I was hearing that Edison said that he loves working with him and that... you know, they're good friends off the pitch, so they'll keep giving him a contract. Tupac or Biggie? Oh, man, I mean, that's the Messi Ronaldo debate of hip-hop. I'm a Tupac fan, I can't lie. I'm a Tupac fan. So Pac's my favourite. But I respect Big, of course. Dylan said we have so much available, even Haaland is possible. Oh, Oliver, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say the H word on here. It won't happen. You're just setting yourself up to fail. Anon said Biggie for me. Yes, sir, said Pac. Kwame said Machiavelli. Curtly, you need to listen to Dave East. I've heard some of him. Tupac all day. Changes, classic. See, we can have a lot of debates. We'll move some of these to when we do Twitch as well. We'll do some music debates over there. And then, obviously, we might be able to play some music or whatever. Yishak said, hey, Curtis, thoughts on CDM, Tukameni, baller. I think he's being linked with... Who's he being linked with the other day? Real Madrid. He's a beast, by the way. He is. Him and Camavinga. That's the future midfield partnership of French football, I reckon. MC said, huge fan of both, but Pac for me. Got to listen to Saigon. Yeah, I haven't really listened to him. I remember back in the day, him and 50 had problems, didn't they? So have a look. Do blueprint settings. 63 million for Haaland, 37 million for his agent. And apparently his dad wants 15 million as well, just for producing him. Man's like, yeah, I want 15 million. What for? Well, without me, he wouldn't be here. All right, 15 million. So yeah, I'm telling you, this deal might look like 63 million, which we can afford. I've read reports he wants 600 grand a week. That deal, whoever buys him, they're going to spend an absolute fortune. Let me tell you, people, absolute fortune. Curtis, best in G Unit, not including 50. It depends if you're including game in that as well. If you're including game as a G Unit member, it's got to be him. C Unit or G Unit? Got to be C Unit, man. G Unit's a mess right now. C Unit's strong as anything, bro. 15 million for one sperm. You know what I mean? That's not bad, that. That's not bad. It's a good night's work. Yeah, smash the likes, people. Hey, South London's finest. Big up to you, bro. Man's got the new picture. Smash the likes. Get up to 1K. Like I said, people, apologies for anyone who had difficulties at the start. YouTube is absolutely bugging out today. If you've watched anyone's... yeah, see, I couldn't even risk doing a poll. I went on the poll. It was like the screen was going blank and everything. So no polls today, people. The strip club outdone us today. I always say we got more polls than a strip club. We ain't had nothing in here today. But hey, man, respect the hustle from Haaland's dad. International breaks are boring. Probably catch up watching some of our YouTube content. Yeah, man, listen. I mean, I'm just looking through now. Is there anything worth even streaming? Is there any big games during the international break that you'd probably want to see streamed, people? Throw them in the comments. I haven't even really looked. I know England plays Switzerland and Ivory Coast. I've got no real interest in those games. I mean, playoff game, Portugal against Turkey. I don't know if that excites me enough. Brazil against Chile tomorrow night. That's possible. That's possible. If I see Martinelli in the starting lineup, that one's not impossible. What time? 11:30 at night, UK time. Oh, Jamaica as well. I mean, Jamaica play Canada. Any big games, let me know. I think Ghana play Nigeria. I know that'll be a big game. Xhaka versus England. I mean, that if you ever that's gonna put you to sleep. That is for sure. Nigeria, Ghana will be a lively game. Osimhen watch. Thomas Partey as well. That could be a possible watch. But there don't seem to be many big games. Portugal v Turkey, France v Ivory Coast. Pepe against Saliba, you could see there. That's a possible one. Jamaica v Canada could be one. Might do that on Twitch. Get Twitch underway. I need to get some watch time on the Twitch. So France, Ivory Coast. Yeah, maybe we'll do a couple. It'd be a good excuse to get Twitch launched. Get a few international games in there. Yeah, Pepe against England. Yeah, could see Pepe against Saka. So yeah, we'll do some bits on there, people. We'll do some bits on there for sure. I'm gonna let you go today, people. Last one. What did you make of Ricardo Fuller? He was a real G, bruv. I trained with that guy for 2 weeks. Once in England, once in Jamaica. And he was an OG, bruv. That man used to play in diamond earrings. You know, they used to say, take your earrings out. And the man used to have big, fat diamond earrings, both ears. He was a real G, Ricardo Fuller, man. Proper guy, man. Good guy. when I was in Jamaica, very welcoming. But yeah, man, he did well at Stoke and that. But listen, big up to everyone for tuning in today. Really appreciate your support. 1,500 of you in here now. Like I said, apologies for any issues. It is a YouTube issue. So glad that all of you could get in. Thank you for all your discussion on today's subjects. Like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. Like I said, I think we're going to do some international watch-alongs on Twitch just to get that launched, try and get some gaming underway. I'll be back tomorrow. I might be a little bit later than usual tomorrow as I'm recording Talk is Cheap tomorrow with Laurie. So it may be around 2:45 tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, people. Wednesday, sorry. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bless.